Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Monday, November 25th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, check out my new astrology webinar classes that are going to be happening in the next couple weeks. Signups are now at inclusiveastrology.com. All about the mind today. Mercury and Saturn are going to make their big conjunction for the last time, as Mercury did a retrograde and all over this Saturn energy. And this is our minds coming into the alto, stop sign energy. Like, this is like, okay, we need to stop and pay attention to a lot of our inner work that we're doing, a lot of this, some ways, our frustrations, depressive energy, we're facing this. And it's today that I feel we must make one of our final push-throughs. I think this whole week is about breaking through to opening. We are going to see a lot of that happen where we have the sun now in Sagittarius. It has made it square to Neptune, and today it's in a T-square with the moon in Virgo. So this is all mutable energy. This is us wanting change. This is us processing a lot, especially as this moon in Virgo is going to oppose Neptune, and it wants to figure out every little nook and cranny of what's going on. It wants to process all of the reality, and especially as it squares Sagittarius, which wants to open and expand. It's like, wait, we can't expand until we overview this and this and this. And then with Mercury and Saturn, yes, there's a lot of plans to pay attention to. Yes, there's a lot of deep inner work that we have gone through in the last month that we are still reviewing. It's almost like no matter how much the universe can bring us into opening energy, we're going to have to do a lot of the opening energy ourselves. And it is today that I feel is a day where we have to push finally through this, push through maybe attitudes that are holding us back from happiness, making sure that we're not getting so caught up in every little thing, and making sure that we're listening to the signs, that we're listening to what, our gut says. And with the sun square Neptune, that can be difficult, as you have to really see if you can really pay attention to the signs. It's like your signs are telling you this, your gut's telling you this, and the Sag energy has to find a way to believe that hopefully maybe the signs are true. And I think a lot of this is, can we believe that, we're going to make it through this? Can we believe that we're going to step out of any sober energy? We're going to step out of any frustrations in our life? We've got the Pluto-Uranus square, which has happened, and it's starting to break apart in the Geo, but in the Helio, it's exact. So, this is a big, powerful time, not only here, but in our solar system, of the big breaking down, the big pushing through. And I think it's important for us to have our foundation set in this truth. And this is Mercury coming for the last time for a long while, where it will be on top of Saturn like this today and for the next day to really get all the right plans together. And maybe, it's good to question with Mercury and get to the bottom of things, but I think it's important for us to not get so caught up in every little fact. Stick to the plan, stick to ways to get over and open up, whatever that takes. Set maybe rules for you to open up more and sit more positive and optimistic. But I think it's a very, fishy day like this, as it's all kind of pointing towards Neptune and Pisces, which has now gone direct, and Chiron that's here. There's all this energy that really wants to make sure that we go with the flow, that we surrender, that we still find ways to listen to what our gut says inside, no matter how much we want to maybe change things or how much that we want to adjust things in our life. And this is going to be the next couple days where the moon in Virgo is going to conjunct Mars for the last time that Mars will be in Virgo. So there's a lot this week of the last adjustments. And today we begin this by starting to push through, by building the right plans, by really overviewing the last month and knowing what we can do now to step out of these feelings, what we can do to step out of these frustrations, what we can do now to really face the music and open up. But it all comes down to whether or not our emotions have an ability to let go of every little thing and to see the brighter horizons, to see bigger, and to believe that, we can have the reality adjusted the way we want to believe that your gut is right in where you must go, to believe that we can push through any boundaries that might be up from what we really want. And maybe it's time for us to set down boundaries that are going to make us successful, that are going to make us live in our truth. And with Venus starting to oppose Jupiter, this is a big, powerful week for relationships. I believe that ever since the shadow period that started last week, we are starting to see really radical things in partnerships. Very unique stories, very karmic stories starting to come together. People maybe that you never thought you'd connect with, you start connecting with. And I'd pay attention to this. This is a nice 2.5, 3-month cycle that we're stepping into. Believe it or not, I got a cat yesterday. So, it's like we're stepping into some powerful, powerful new relationships, and some powerful relationships that exist for us to work this karma out, for us to make sure that the plans all work, to make sure that we're all embedded in the right lives together so we can work together or maybe break apart together, and that's not a bad thing. It's making sure you're living in your raw truth, making sure that you're following what your gut says, what the signs say, making sure that you adjust your reality correctly for that. And today is an excellent day for you to start making these adjustments, taking your life seriously, but also at the same time, making sure that you're not so serious and that you're not so caught up in the smallest thing, that you have a wide view and a very big belief in where you're taking your life. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you want to book a reading or if you want to do any of my big astrology classes. And I got good news from One Feather. He's giving me a call today. So thank you guys for all of your prayers, all of your support, and I will see you guys tomorrow.